What is up, YouTube? This is Anashi back with another Weiss Schwarz Banlist update video. To be completely honest, I was 50-50 as to whether or not I was even going to make a video about this because I discussed it during the latest episode of the Nameless Voices podcast, but I felt like it was worth my time to go ahead and just make one anyways. Especially since for the first time ever since I started playing this game, the ban list actually affects me. And you'll see what I mean when we take a closer look. First up, they put a choice restriction on two cards in the 7 Deadly Sins. Gil Thunder Negative Little Gil, and Escanor Master of the Tavern. Now Gil here says that when you play him, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, put them in any order you like, and then bounce an opponent's character back to their hand. And by discarding a character when he attacks, you can give him 2,000 extra power and an extra soul for the turn. Now Escanor, on the other hand, is a bit of a different story. See, when he goes from the stage to the waiting room, you can pay a stock and move a Britannia character from your waiting room to the bottom of your clock to reveal the top 2 cards of the deck, choose up the 2 Britannia characters from among them, put them in your hand, and then put the rest into the waiting room. It may seem weird that these 2 cards were put on a choice restriction from each other, but it's actually more because this particular Escanor is the necessary discard cost for the level 3 Escanor combo that Gil Thunder tandems with. By clearing a lane, it maximizes the amount of damage that Escanor can deal and break up into single individual pot shots. Now the other change is more of an update than an addition. You may recall from the last ban list that they put a choice restriction on Daily Routine Nino Nakano and Important Charm from the Quintessential Quintuplets. Well, they decided to add a 3rd card to this list, Dozing Off Ichika Nakano. She lets you pay a stock and put her from the stage to the waiting room to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, choose any Quint character among them to put in your hand, and send the rest to the waiting room. And she has a Brainstorm that lets you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck, and for every climax, you get to add an Ichiko character from your deck to your hand. So Bushiroad basically decided that the best option for slowing this deck down, because it has been doing incredibly well competitively, would be to limit your ability to use these 2 resource gainers, as well as this mid to late game damage nullifier in the same deck at the same time. And that's really it. Now as far as why this list affects me, it's because I was actually planning on playing the Escanor deck. Escanor is arguably my favorite character from the whole show, and I know I'm not the only one who feels that way. And I was planning on playing that Gil in the deck. Now the good news is the deck is still largely playable even if you can't play it with the Escanor combo. And once I actually perfect the new version of the build, I do plan on making a video about it. The only reason I didn't make one up to this point is because I was waiting to see exactly how well it was going to do competitively, and because I didn't really have the money to complete the deck. But that might change now that the ban list has gone into effect, so who knows, I might be able to build it soon after all. I thank you for watching the ban list video, and if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the ban list, feel free to say so below. In the meantime, this has been Nanashi, signing out.